afternoon or good morning whenever you watch this video. I'm Miss Brown and this is Miss G, and now we're going to talk with you a little bit more about inferencing just so you can keep that fresh on your mind throughout the summer and the rest of time.
Okay, so behind us we have a little anchor chart that we're just going to go over before we practice a little activity we have with inferencing. So making inferences. So what you're going to do is use clues from a text, or in a minute we're going to be inferencing with the picture, so you might use clues from the picture, okay? And then with your prior knowledge, what you already know, and your schema. Your schema is just the information that you have in your brain already about a specific topic or a certain topic. And then you put those two together and make an inference, okay? What has the author not stated? You are going to come up with some more information from the text or from the picture and what you already know, and put them together and make like a little guesstimate or a guess about it, okay? So when you make, I'm going to read this one more time and go over a little bit more. When you make an inference, you go beyond the author's words to understand what is not said in the text. And when you infer, you think about the setting, why the setting is important, what it has to do with the text or the picture. You think about what you already know. You may be reading something about cars and you might know a lot about cars, so you're able to connect with the text better than somebody who has no idea about anything about cars. You might think of characters' actions and what they have to do with the story, or you might think about the plot, the events that happen, and how that contributes to the text, and about why certain events take place. And you're going to think about personal experiences. You might be reading about something that's actually happened in your life, and you can connect with it a whole lot better and make more inferences than somebody who has no idea or hasn't experienced something that the text is about. All right. So we're going to use this information we just learned on how to make an inference, and we are going to make an inference with the picture that you have on your screen. Okay, so I'm going to let you take a few seconds to look at the picture and just look at all the details in the picture. So Miss Brown, what all do you see?
I see a little boy who is walking his dog. I see some water in a puddle. I see a car in the background and some trees. I even think that I see a bus in the back of the screen back there.
Yep. Okay. So is that an inference? Do y'all think that is an inference? No, that is not an inference at all. She told you, or she said what she saw. That is not an inference whatsoever. That is just an observation, okay? That is just telling everyone what you see or what you read in the text, okay? She mentioned the dog. She mentioned a little boy walking the dog. She mentioned some cars and some trees, okay? So let's take that a step further, okay? She mentioned that she sees a puddle. Why are puddles on the ground? Like, how do they get there?
Because it rained, maybe?
Okay, so is that an inference? You use what you already knew about the puddle being on the ground and how puddles happen to make an inference that it rained. That is not in the picture. It's not raining, but you put those things together, what you see in the picture to what you know about puddles, and put them together to make that it rained the day before or last week or whatever, for there to be a puddle on the ground, okay? Now, what do y'all think about little boys or little boys and girls who are walking down in their rain boots and they see a puddle?
They like to run and play and jump in them.
Yes, so y'all probably like doing that when you were little. So you might infer, or you might guess, or you might make a statement. What has the author not told you? What is the picture not telling you? Is that little boy may be wearing his rain boots to go jump in puddles because it just rained, right? Can you see that from the picture? No, you cannot. But you can infer based on him wearing the boots and the puddle that it rained and that he wants to go play. He wants to go play in the water there. Okay?
So when you're reading through a text, whether it's in a cold read or just you reading for yourself normally, or you reading through those packets that you got for your summer packet, as you're reading, you've got to take what it says in that text evidence, and the words in the text. You got to take that and add it to what you already know in your brain about what you're reading, or just even if it's a little bit, whatever you knew before, put it with what you read in the text, and then you have to take that and figure out what's not stated in the text. What else can I get from this, from what I know and what I'm reading in the text, and put it together.
So one other thing I want to say is, what do y'all notice that he's wearing in that? He's wearing rain boots, he's wearing a long sleeve, and he's wearing a vest. So when do y'all wear long sleeves and a vest? It's cold. So you could also infer that it is winter or it is cold outside, right? You can't feel whether it's cold in that picture or not, but you might think that, or you might infer that by what he is wearing, because you know in your brain that you wear a long sleeve and a vest when it's cold outside. Okay? So again, if y'all have any questions about inferencing, or y'all want help with it, or practice text with it, please reach out to your language arts teachers or contact us for any other questions. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.